Who's ready for the class reunion? I can't hear you. Who's ready for the class reunion? All right, while our friends get up on stage, can we get a big warm welcome to the cast of Fire Emblem 3 Houses and Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes? To get started, we're gonna have a little roll call. So starting from our very end over there with our Professor Zach, can we go ahead and have everyone introduce themselves, their names, who they play, and what their favorite boba or tea drink is?
Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Zach Aguilar. I'm in the sun like the rest of the half of you aren't. I'm so jealous of you right now. I play Byleth in Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Each battle, a chance to grow. I play, let's see, all sorts of people. Tanjiro and Demon Slayer, Ether and Genshin Impact, Young Nier and Nier Replicant, Orphan Dragon, 7 Deadly Sins, Koichi JoJo's, all sorts of stuff.
And what's your favorite boba drink?
Favorite boba drink? Hokkaido milk tea.
All right!
Yeah!
Next up.
Hey guys, my name is Donna Bennett. I think that was for you. I play female Shez in Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. And you can also hear me as Kale in Dragon Ball Super, Marnie in Pokemon Twilight Wings, Lucini in Pokemon Evolutions, a bunch of other stuff. You got Google.
Favorite boba drink?
Oh shoot, I forgot. Coconut milk tea.
All right, next up.
Hi, my name is Damian Haas. I play male Shez in Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. I'm also Saul in Fire Emblem Heroes. I'm like half a dozen voices in Fortnite. I'm the medium boy in Rumbleverse, which just came out. I was a few characters in Clarence on Cartoon Network. You have Google, like Don said. That's my favorite Don quote. Favorite milk tea drink? I like either rose or almond milk tea. Maybe taro if they don't have the other options.
All right. Next up, we have the Ashen Wolves.
Hi everybody, I'm so happy to be here. My name is Kirsten Day and I voice Constance Von Nouvelle in Fire Emblem 3 Houses, 3 Hopes, Heroes, all that good stuff, and Leaf in Heroes and a bunch of other stuff too. So you don't need to hear my whole IMDb page. I like throat coat tea. That's my favorite tea. But also I like matcha boba. Thank you.
All right, next up.
Hi, I'm Alejandro Saab. I voice Yuri in Fire Emblem 3 Houses. That's me. I voice a bunch of other stuff. The Leon Pokemon, the Shaolin Dragon Ball, Miyamura and Horimiya and other stuff. Favorite boba is caramel milk tea. I just like it with boba. That's it.
All right, now we are at the Black Eagle.
That's fitting. It feels right. Hi everyone, my name is Robbie. Fire Emblem 3 Houses is the first and only voiceover role I've ever booked. I'm honored to have it. I play Hubert von Vestra, everyone's favorite emo boy. I only drink the blood of my enemies. That's my favorite drink. I don't know enough about the lore.
With boba. Next up.
Hi, my name is Allegra Clark. I am the voice of Why? everybody. I am the voice of Dorothea and Shamir, both of them. I'm also like Beto, Bloodhound, other things. So my favorite milk tea is, I'm gonna go with lavender because no one said that yet.
All right, representing the Church of Saros.
Hello, everybody! My name is Mark Whitten, and I voice Sete. And Fire Emblem Three Houses and Hope. I don't know.
How do you have so much energy?
I have so much energy because the best boba drink is taro coconut. Fight me! Anyways, yeah, I'll pass it along to my sweet sister.
Three houses and the other fire emblems and the three hopes and all the emblems of fire. And I love anything rose, so like a really nice rose milk tea is my jam.
Woo! All right, and joining us from Fire Emblem Three Hopes for the Golden Deer round, we have...
Hello everybody, I'm Ryan Colt Levy. I am the voice of Prince Shahid, aka the rightful king and heir of Almyra. You might have also heard me as Rhodey Soul in the My Hero Academia film and a bunch of other stuff that I'm very lucky to be a part of with these lovely human beings. And I really like, I'm gonna go with jasmine milk tea.
All right. Next up from the Golden Deer.
I'm Zippy Wynn. I voice Marianne. And I also Haru in Persona 5. I'm Rhapsody in Apex Legends Mobile. And my favorite drink is I also like almond milk tea unsweetened.
All right, next up.
Hi everybody, I am Retna. I voice Leone in Fire Emblem Hopes and all of the Fire Emblems and Ishtar as well. And then there's a certain kitsune named Yaimiko in Genshin Impact. And my favorite tea, honestly, is the one I'm going to have after this because I'm so warm right now. I can't wait to have like a really nice jasmine boba thing.
All right, are we ready to fear the deer?
No!
Fear the deer!
Guys,
Fear the deer!
you are all amazing. My name is Joe Zeej. I voice Claude Von Regan in Fire Emblem Three Houses and Three Hopes. And my favorite tea is bourbon.
Yes.
All right, representing the Blue Lion!
Finally, we're all by ourselves over here. Hi everybody, my name is Chris Hackney. I voice Dimitri Alexandra Blayford in Fire I love my sad boy too. As well as the Boba Lord himself, Ayato in Genshin Impact. And a bunch of other stuff. And my favorite boba drink is, I'm basic, so Thai tea all the way.
All right, and last but not least...
Not least at all. No,
Thank you.
the best. Save the best for last.
I'm Dorothy Fawn. I play Mercedes von Martritz. And a bunch of our emblems. I also play Renea in Fire Emblem Echoes. I don't know if you know that. Also, I play Zach's mom in Demon Slayer.
Hi, Mom!
I'm Sayaka, Chihiro, and Samugi, and Danganronpa, and a bunch of other stuff. I like Earl Grey tea, and I like to say it like this. Tea, Earl Grey, hot.
Alrighty, thank you guys so much for coming out and staying cool in the heat. We got some fun questions for all of our friends here today. Everyone is just welcome to go ahead and pop in if they want to have an answer. There's no specific order or anything, so let's go ahead and get started. First off, did anyone here realize how big Three Houses was gonna be? When was the moment that you guys realized this project was such an important thing? Anyone's welcome to answer this one.
I think at our first, when we all came for Anime Impulse in 2020, that was the first time I was like, oh my god, the fans love this game.
Yeah.
For me, it was when a lot of my friends in like the US game development scene, people who I'd never seen play an RPG before, or JRPG before, I mean, being like, oh man, I'm playing Three Houses right now. I was like, oh, a lot of people playing this game.
Anyone else?
I was sitting in, we were doing pickups, maybe for the DLC, I'm not sure it was, but it was 6 months or so before Three Houses came out, and I was sitting down with Patrick Seitz, and he said, blah, 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 you've seen all the Claude fan art, right? And I was like, what? The game hasn't come out yet, why is there fan art? And he gave me this look like, oh, you don't know. And that's when I figured it out.
Or for me, it was when I was in line at E3, waiting to get in, and they played the trailer that showed the time skip for the first time. I was standing right next to one of the TVs while a Nintendo Direct was playing, and like the reaction from people around me, and then immediately seeing scrolling through Twitter, I was like, oh no.
I was there with you, wasn't I?
No. Well, we met up later.
Yeah,
because we did.
So this is weird. So I was in Netherlands, when the game was announced proper, and I was at a hotel with my husband and one of our friends who's in Amsterdam and came to see us, and out of nowhere at like 2 in the morning he starts talking about Fire Emblem, and I wanted to say so badly like, oh my god, I'm gonna be in the thing. But that's when I knew that just across the Atlantic there was someone who was so stoked about this franchise before we'd even said anything about it. So.
For our friends in the Ashen Wolves, what was it like seeing how Three Houses blew up and then knowing that you guys were coming in very soon?
I mean, it blew up and then the pandemic started. So I'm gonna second what I think Joe said. It was since we didn't get to do the con thing, because it was like February 2020, and the pandemic was the next month. It was the fan art that just stunned me, and it really made us feel a lot of love. To you artists out there, thank you. You're really, really cool. Thank you.
I think when the Cindered Shadows trailer came out, and everyone was just like, "Oh, Yuri's hot," and I was like, "Oh, okay, I guess they like him."
As well as our friends that are in Three Hopes, what was it like stepping in, knowing that Three Houses was such a big title and this is the sequel to it?
Yeah, I was already a big fan of the franchise and had played the absolute heck out of Three Houses. And so when I showed up and asked like, hey, so am I allowed to ask what this project is? And they were sort of like chuckling because they knew that I dug the franchise. And they're like, what's the biggest thing we could be recording right now? I'm like, why, a sequel to Fire Emblem of Three Houses, of course. And then they just sort of smiled, and I was kind of floored for a minute. And then I just spent the next few sessions hoping I didn't get fired because I was so nervous.
Man, you and I both.
Yep.
No, I remember I came in because I didn't know what we were recording, and Patrick Seitz is like, congratulations, you are going to be the female protagonist for the sequel to Three Houses. And I'm, on the outside, I was like, oh yes, that's very nice, thank you so much, trying to be professional. On the inside, I'm like, what did you just say? And then I went home and I screamed for like a good hour. And then same thing, I'm like, okay, do not mess this up, do not mess this up, do not mess this up. But it was such an honor, and like thinking of like, my peers and getting to be among this amazing cast. Like Alejandro I've known for a decade.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I get to be in the game with my friend Alejandro! Yeah!
It's alright. No, I'm just...
What? I love you.
I'll make this quick, but I have a pretty surreal story. So I started voice acting in late 2019 and played the game, and it was my first Fire Emblem game at the same time to experience, and I fell so deeply in love with it and the performances and everyone, and was like, oh my god, this would be a dream to be a part of something like this someday on my journey of acting. How cool would that be to be a part of this kind of a cast, where people care this much? Little did I know that a few years later, I would get an email on like a Thursday night or something from Patrick Seitz, and it was like these random sides for this one character. Nothing, there was no image that was like descript, nothing said what it was. And he was like, hey man, could you just like send in this audition for me real quick? We'd never spoken before. So I was like, sure, yeah, thanks, whatever this is, sure. So it was like the evening. I sent it to him and he got back to me like an hour later and was like, oh, these are great. Can you send me one even crazier? And I was like, yeah, I can go crazy. So then I sent him that, and then I didn't hear back for like a week, and then they brought me in, and I still had no idea what I was doing. And we talked for like a couple of seconds, and we had both worked on the My Hero movie, so I was like, you were so great in that, and you were so great at like all this stuff, and the Fire Emblem stuff is amazing. And he just kind of looked at me with this like little wink in his eye. I was like, are we? Is it? And he's just like, mm-hmm. And then when I realized, they showed me right away who I was playing and who I was related to, and I won't spoil for those out there, but then I triple freaked out and was like, I don't understand what's happening. And they're like, welcome to the family. So it was incredible. And these guys have been so welcoming and kind and supportive. This is the greatest family to be a part of, so yeah.
All right, so the next question is, and I'd love to start with Zach for this one, because was there any difference recording for Three Houses versus Three Hopes?
I actually got to speak. It was amazing. Yeah, I thought it was cool to kind of dive in and really explore more of a personality with Byleth, even though he just is still kind of like, he's got those dead fish eyes. I don't know, it was fun to, have lines.
Are we having language lessons?
What?
Are we having language lessons now that he speaks?
What?
Are we having language lessons now that Violet speaks?
Am I having language lessons now that Violet speaks?
Am I having language lessons?
Just say no, or
Zach,
yes.
I just learned how to speak like 2 days ago, so yes.
He's just a baby. Bobby, how about you? Was there any different experience doing Three Hopes versus Three Houses?
Yeah, my character had a much different haircut. And when I saw that haircut on him, I started doing research on early 2000s emo bands. As I was in the studio, I did my very best to channel Panic at the Disco. Bullets for My Valentines, and I bet that's the last question you asked me. No, I'm just kidding. It was enjoyable. I love revisiting Hubert. When I first got that character, I thought, who's this dark, scary Snape-looking guy? His name is Hubert Cool. And I ended up being one of the favorite characters I've ever recorded. I think he's got a lot of depth, and he's really enjoyable, and I enjoy his loyalty and his dark sense of humor. So super happy to come back. What a pleasure.
Mark, do you feel like there's any differences with Sedith in Three Houses versus Three Hopes?
Sorry. Worked out, no. Do you want to answer together at like the same time,
all right.
too?
1, 2, 3.
It was like
so many more exertions
to have fun.
These are free improv lessons.
Okay, that didn't work at all.
There were a lot more exerts in this one than there were in the other one, so it was a lot of ha.
Speak for yourself.
Okay, so it was just ha, hey, ha, like for like 4 hours. Just nothing but that, but also a lot of fun.
No, it's like, I mean, when you're revisiting a character, and especially someone like Sedith, it's like, as we got recording, I was like, oh my gosh, hello, old friend. I'm so glad to be like hanging out with you again, and just kind of entering that space, that headspace. I love the moments when he's protecting Flame, when he's telling Flame to run. There's a moment in there in the game, and I just there are a lot of funny little things that kind of popped up, but I don't know, it's just like putting on a familiar pair of shoes. You just kind of sink right in. It's really nice.
All right, from the Deer, Retna, was there any differences with Leonie?
Well, she was definitely growing out a haircut. I honestly, it was just like Mark was saying, it was nice to come back to her because she just knows who she is. So she shows up and she's just more fierce and more powerful and more loyal, I guess. It was just really fun, and then to know that I would get to be with my friends again, I think that was just the best part.
And Dorothy with Mercedes.
Mercedes had, again, we're talking haircuts. She had this beautiful, gorgeous hair, and then in the time skip, it got chopped off, and people were hating on that haircut. And I guess people heard it, because then we come back with Three Hopes, and she's growing it out now. She's growing out the hair, baby. But she also had more action. I feel like she had a little more energy to her. You know, in Three Houses, that was like her purest, most spiritual, most airy version of herself. Time skip was a little more serious, and then she like kind of kept on that. But yeah, the action was great. She doesn't like fighting her friends though. No. Do not like that.
All right, yeah, I want to make sure everyone gets some time to speak. So if I skip you guys, I'm so sorry.
I'm never gonna forgive you.
Never. Anyone's welcome to answer this.
Tra-la-la-la-la, sing out over peaks.
Whether it's a song that's released or not. A song that you made up.
Something about like a deity that gets shattered. What is it?
Oh my God!
Jesus Breaker?
Can you hum it a little bit?
Yeah. I think now we're talking about My Chemical Romance, right? Was it that?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, God Shattering Star. I'm talking about God Shattering Star!
Even though I didn't know it was Fire Emblem, I was hoping against hope that it was when I was driving in my first session. And I'm already a colossal weeb, so I had a YouTube playlist of Fire Emblem music that I already listened to while driving, and I was like, this is the playlist for today. So the opening of Three Houses is the song I associate most with my first session of Three Hopes.
Hail the mighty Edelgard, the red blood stains her story.
I chimed in with every true closing the goddamn door, no!
I mean, I associate Dimitri and Hubert with Welcome to the Black Parade.
Thank you.
Actually, I associate the Black Eagles as a whole with that meme version of Black Parade where all of the words are out of order. When I was a young boy, my father was a young boy.
All right, anyone else? We want to move on to the next question? All right then, does anyone have anything, if you had the chance to say something to your character, what would you say? Anyone's welcome to answer this.
I would say chill out, bro.
Please listen to your friends and go to therapy. It's okay.
On our right side?
Don't jump off cliffs. What are you doing?
Listen, Shaz, I want to validate your experience by saying that you have a voice in your head that's telling you to do things. I don't want to invalidate that. I would mention it to someone. Anyone. Just once. Get the help you need.
Stop. Get some help.
Therapy works, and also if you just buy like one of those umbrella hats, you'll always be in the shade, and you never have to be in the sun and be depressed again. She just needs therapy. I love her so much, so we're all wishing the best for Constance.
I have advice for Hubert.
Oh my God.
It's actually like, can you work on like thickening out your eyebrows?
Oh my
It was
God.
very popular in the early 2000s to have thin eyebrows.
Oh my
Sadly,
God.
it was.
All right then. What? And yeah.
I tell Marianne, it's okay, you are valid, and it's okay to be yourself.
Just give her a hug.
People accept you for who you are. Am I the only Asian parent of like my character? Because I would tell Leonie to train harder.
I'd probably say to something like, hey buddy, there's this really great film out there called Finding Nemo. You should just kind of watch it on repeats for a while.
Oh my God.
I was just gonna say, I would probably tell Mercedes that she can be a little snarkier now and then. It's okay.
I would just be like, hey, has anyone ever told you you have a resting sex voice?
Go.
That's what my director kept telling me.
Get off of the stage. Leave. No one likes you. Go away.
Oh my god.
I like you, Yuri Bird.
I like you better.
Oh, Yurikins.
All right, we've been talking a lot about everyone's characters. We'd love to get to know you guys as people. Did anyone have any favorite subjects in school, starting with Zach going all the way down?
Favorite subject? What was my favorite subject? I didn't go to school. No, I didn't go to any school, like at all. Like I just popped out and yeah, I told my mom, I said I didn't want to go to school and she's like, okay. And I was like, all right. And now I'm here. I became an actor. That's what you do when you don't go to school, at least for me. Sorry, you guys are all highly educated.
No, little known fact, Zach Aguilar is completely illiterate.
Yeah.
I've been in his sessions. He has someone feed the lines to him, and then he goes back and does it.
I pull a Johnny Depp. I wear the earpiece nowadays. And
you heard it here first, Anime Impulse.
Exactly. I just repeat what they tell me.
It's actually specifically Jonathan Groff feeding you your lines.
What?
Nothing.
I understood.
Thank you.
Am I too young for this reference?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
probably.
you are.
Okay.
Art and music, which is why I like Dorothea.
Biology, geometry, and world history.
Theater and lunch.
Yeah!
I dropped out.
I got my master's degree.
Math. What am I doing here?
Yeah, Matt. What are we doing
What
here?
the fuck are we doing here? Excuse me, sorry.
Matt.
Not math. English, history, and theater.
I too was of the English and theater variety.
Yeah!
Same. I was also English and theater.
Oh.
Chemistry and theater.
Band? Yeah, music and science. Band is the best.
Yeah, band!
What band? Marching band sucks. God, I hated being in the freaking sun.
And like so many of you, theater and voice.
Wow, a lot of acting nerds on this stage.
A lot of nerds, says the math people.
Yeah, y'all are nerds.
All right, unfortunately, we have time for one last question. So to wrap it up, does anyone want to have give any advice to any of our fellow Garrick Mock students out there? Anyone that wants to chase their dreams? Any general pieces of advice you want to share with our lovely fans that came out here today?
Be more kind to yourself along the journey of your life.
Everyone's welcome to jump in.
Yeah.
Keep going. Take baby steps every single day.
I thought you meant to like the students of Garrick Mock, and I was just gonna be like, maybe don't go to war.
Also applicable.
My advice is to follow your dreams. They might take you on a different path than you think, but if you follow that path, that might be just as great.
Same. Second, keep going, because life is freaking hard right now. But I promise, if you keep going and you don't let the hard times get in your way, whatever your dream is, it actually can come true. Because we all had a dream, and we're sitting right here. And I was born in Kentucky. Okay, anything can happen if you just don't quit. And if you take class, okay, for whatever you want to do.
Yeah, you know, there are lots of reasons in life that your exact dream may not come true or may pivot or something like that. Don't let yourself be the reason that happens. Let other things happen that you have to deal with, but don't count yourself out first. Also, thing number 2, therapy is super normal. Every single person should go to therapy. It's awesome. Sometimes I go twice a week. It's great, and it's super normal.
I'm on Lexapro.
I'm 2 blocks to me.
Yay, Yella! Yeah, all that being said, like, it's okay to rest. Please rest. If you need to take a break, take a break. Like, it's not a setback. Taking a break could propel you forward, so please, rest, sleep, yes.
I would say work hard, stay persistent, and spend time with the people you love.
Yeah, you have to have a healthy work-life balance, absolutely. Pursue your dreams, and most importantly, you have to crush your enemies! You must destroy them! They are hiding in the shadows, waiting to take you down, and the only thing you can do is a preemptive strike! You are the best. They are the I'm just kidding. I don't know. Be nice. Be nice.
No, just keep going. This is great. Cherish, like genuinely cherish the friends and the relationships that you build along the way. Because when you are feeling just like garbage, you know, it's those friendships that you'll be able to lean on. And also, don't kill your friends. Don't do it. Dorothea says don't.
Oh my god.
You only have the moment you're in right now, so don't waste it. And the second thing is, if you own a giant towel with Lawrence's face on it,
What?
Damn it, I was going to bring that up.
seek help.
You have made
We already
it.
said therapy was okay, that might be a reason.
No,
That's all I'm
don't
saying.
listen to him. If you own a giant poncho, because you were wearing it as a poncho before, of Lauren's, I want you to own that. I want you to be proud, because you are valid, and I respect you.
It's okay to be trash. It's fine.
Don't listen to them. They suck. You know what?
No, it's okay. You can be as cringe as you want. It's fine. God, every time. Every time. You can be Lawrence all you want.
Just
you
pull that water
like
bottle out of
this.
nowhere.
Also, one last word of advice. I'm a person who is terrible at remembering names, so if you are to try extra hard, I called Allegra Amanda for like 3 sessions.
Wait, you did?
I called her Amanda, and then I realized, holy shit, that's not her name.
In all fairness, I didn't notice. So you got away with it until today.
I called him Robbie Draymond for 3 years.
I'm still working on getting my own name right, so.
My only advice is don't be a dick. Like,
No,
don't be.
it's actually really good advice.
No, just don't be a dick, because you don't know what everyone else is going through. You don't want people to be a dick to you, so don't be a dick. It's that simple.
And everybody's
Everyone should be as sweet and wonderful as Xanthi.
Solid advice all around. I don't know what to say. I mean, also, I agree with Allegra. Like, you know, you're as great as the people that you surround yourself with, and like, you know, support them as much as they'll support you. They're my friends are the ones I lean on the most whenever I need help, and like whenever I'm going through a hard time, and like, it's so important to have that aspect to your life. You know, just say know that you're never alone. You know, find your people, recruit them all.
Oh, this is stupid, but like, have a hobby. I'm not kidding. Like, if there's something completely unrelated to what you want to do in life that you just enjoy, just do it. Enjoy it. I do paint by numbers. It's therapy for me. Like, have something that can just ground you that doesn't feel like work or something, a goal that you have to get better at in any capacity. It's just fun. Have fun. Do that.
All right, and then before we end off, we did take a class photo 2 years ago at the Anime Impulse 2020 panel, so can we go ahead and gather up? You guys can go ahead and stay where you're at. Can we all get together so we can take one last class photo together before we end up?
Yeah.
Stand up.